Hello ladies! So I'm going to teach a quick routine of sensual yoga that is going to be a little bit of a workout, but it's also going to get you into your playful, feminine, sexy energy. So it's supposed to be fun. That's why I'm wearing my hot pink socks and my old bodysuit, because it's basically sensual yoga for me is just making yoga fun. It's making it our feminine goddess way. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun. All right, so I'm gonna go through the 3 moves in the sequence, and then we're gonna go over 3 shapes at the end. So this is about embodiment, getting into your body, and expression. So I encourage you to take a self-portrait of the shapes that you'll learn at the end. All right, let's get started. So first of all, come to the back of your mat. We're going to just do a couple of head swings around just to warm up our neck. So follow me. We're going to go clockwise first. So dropping down. Three, and back the other way. I hope you have some nice music on, because that's really important for the vibe. Nice. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention this is called the Curvy cat-cow. All right. So it's all about the midsection. So we're going to start to warm up that a little bit. So just curving your back, and then arching it forward. Curving it back, arching it forward. And you kind of caress your thighs a little bit here as you go. So curving back, arching forward. One last time, curving back, arching forward. Nice. So just feel into your body. Swing your hair out. Get relaxed. And then we're going to go into the curvy cat-cow move. So we're starting at the back of our mat. And we are going to come on, sliding onto all fours. So in yoga, this would be the cat-cow position. Cat, cow. We put them back up and down, right? But it's a little bit rigid in yoga. So for sensual yoga, we're just going to make it more our own. We're going to make it more fluid and like really move how you want. So you're starting in this position. We're all starting here. And now this part is where we're just going to allow your body to move a little bit. So literally just letting it do what it wants to do, like dropping your hips down, bring them back. Maybe bring your bum back, bring it forward. Letting your hips fall down. Coming back with your bum again. So just moving around in this pose. Listen to music if you have it on. Okay, so that's gonna round the back a couple of times and arch. So rounding and arching. So bringing around in circular motion. Enjoying it. Getting in touch with your sensuality. Let's do some hair flicks or like circles. So as we're moving, we're going to move the head around. It doesn't matter if it looks messy if you're not used to doing it. You'll get into it. So bringing it around and arching the back up as you move your hair around. Then you can lean forward on one arm and stretch and bring it back. You don't have to follow me, just do whatever feels good. Bringing both arms forward. Letting your hips come down. Stretching it out, maybe coming down with the shoulders. Still moving around your midsection. You can play with your legs a little bit. It's all playful. Nice. Okay, so we're going to drop forward. And we're going to do a little cobra here. That's a little more sensual than usual again. So pressing up a little bit. And letting your head fall down. Pressing back up. Letting your head fall down. Just light so you can still warm up your back. Pressing up and falling down. Let's press up one last time. And let's just hold there. Again, making it sensual, like dropping your head. Moving your head around how you want. Nice. And then we're going to come back onto our bums. And we're going to swing our head around again in a couple of circles. Beautiful. Reclasp your hands together and just place them behind your head and just push down for a moment, for a rest for a moment. Don't forget to breathe. Now then, placing your hand lightly on your forehead and bringing your head back lightly. Then one hand on the side of your head and bringing it over. And one hand on the other side of your head and bringing it back over. Okay, nice. Now we're going to go into the next move. Ready? So it should have got your heart rate up a little bit by now. So you're going to slide forward with your chest against the ground. And then you're going to end up in that little cobra position we were in. And then you're going to come back, rounding the back. Okay? And we're going to slide forward again. So sliding forward with your chest on the ground. Coming into the little cobra position and rounding the back. Ready, do it again. You can keep it all sensual. Like when we're at the back of the mat, we can sway a little bit. Bringing our heads around again. Ready to dive forward. Chest against the ground. And rise up. And backward round to back. Nice. Bring it back. Take a tiny little rest. Just stretching forward between your arms. Breathe a little bit. Nice. Now we're going to reverse it. Okay, so the reversing means we're going to come forward with a round back. And then we're going to drop down onto our chest. And we're going to push back with our chest against the floor. And it's kind of nice and sexy because our bum is coming up first. And we arrive back at the back of the mat. So coming forward, rounding the back. Dropping the chest down. And then pushing back with the chest against the floor. So it takes a little bit of effort, like we are actually working out. Coming back again. Maybe caress your thighs a little bit. Just open your chest. Feeling sexy. Feeling in your element. And let's go again. Rounding the back. As we drop down, chest against the floor. And pushing the chest back. Enjoying every movement. Again, caress your thighs a little bit. Drop your head, your hair down, and swing your head around in the circle again. Nice. Take a rest for a second. Get some water if you need. I'm working up a sweat here. And when you're ready, we're going to go into the next move. Okay, so when you're ready, meet me back in the all fours position, since this is the curvy cat-cow. And we are going to take the leg that's closest to your camera, the outward leg, and we're going to push it back up. Dropping it down. And so try and point your toes so it's all kind of pretty and feminine. So pushing it back up. Let's do two more. And as you push it up, you're also arching your back and elongating your spine. Drop it down, and then we're going to bring it up the other way towards the mirror. So this is like as if a dog is going to pee. Okay, so up, this opens your hips. Last one. Nice. And now we're going to make it a fluid movement. So we're going to push back, and then we're going to open out and drop. Push back, open out, and drop. And once more, push back, open out, and drop. Nice. And this position in the middle, we can always come back to. So when you come back here, you can kind of just play around again, because you're using a lot of muscles here in your back, so you can kind of just keep rounding and arching, just kind of enjoy this position. Is kind of like something you come back to in the middle. Take a rest if you need. And we're going to do the other side. So the same thing on the other side. You're going to raise, push your back leg back. So let's go for 5. So 2. Remember, try to keep your toes pointed. 3, 4, 5. And drop it down. And then we're going to open it out the other way. So opening out to the side like you're going to pee, like as if you're a dog. So 1, 2, 3, and last one, 5. Keep breathing. Keep enjoying. Don't work too hard. And we're going to do the same thing on that side where we're making a fluid movement. So when we push back, without dropping down, we then open and drop down. So pushing back, flowing to the open, down. Back, flowing open, down. Last one, back, open, and down. That's a great hip opener. And back to the center move. So again, just playing around. Sinking into that movement. And then we're going to do the last one. You're doing great. Okay. So get some water if you need. Get a little sip. And meet me back here on all fours. So this time, instead of bending our leg, we are going to elongate the leg. So again, try and keep it pointed. And you're going to make this motion. So elongating it back, and then you're going to make this motion of bringing it forward. And it can be really sexy if you want. It can be however sexy you want. So if you want to make it harder, as you go forward, you can like bend into your arms, and it's like more of a workout. And if you don't want it to be so hard, then you can just keep your hands. It's already a lot, so let's do 2 more. And make it sexy as you're moving. Like I said, it's more about feeling good and sexy than the workout, but you don't even notice, but you are working out. And last one. Nice. And if you're not as flexible, you can just go this far. As long as you're getting that motion, the feel of that, you know? And keeping your back arched. That's what makes it sexy. Feel sexy and look sexy. Okay, whew. Take a second, a little breath as well. And we are going to do the same on the other side. So I can swap around actually so you can see. Okay, so again, bringing leg forward and back. It's that nice stretch. So that's a really nice shape as it is. I'll show you the shapes at the end. Okay, so bringing it forward and back. Forward, bending however much as you want. And back and forward. Smile. Actually, don't forget to smile. That's what makes you feel kind of in your element. Even if you didn't have a good day, if you're here smiling, then you kind of are forced to feel pleasurable. Okay, sorry, I'll stop talking. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Nice, and leaving it back in that shape. Remember, back is arched. This is what it looks like when your back isn't arched. It's like, eh. So as you get into it, you'll get used to more arching your back, dropping your shoulders down, and that is the shape. Bum pops up and gives a nice shape for, I think, everybody. Nice, dropping back down, and that is your little routine. And I have definitely worked up a little bit of a sweat. And I'm just going to show you 3 shapes that you can make from this routine. So again, get some water if you need. And once you learn these, you can set up your own camera and you can take the pictures then. Okay, so first one. Okay, so we're all doing from this curvy cat-cow position. So we're going to start here. And the first position is dropping the shoulders down. So the armpits, letting them go as close as they can to the ground. And your bum is then as high as it can go. So this is like showing our womanly curves. We all have these curves, no matter what our body shape. So when we drop our armpits towards the ground, our bum is obviously automatically so much higher. So it creates this little curve. Could be almost like a snail. Then you can put your hands together and kind of go like this. So that's the first move, just that's the position. Then you can play around with it. So you can bring one leg up like this. You can bring one hand long, one hand short like this. You could just look down and forward. You can play with the legs like this. So you can really do whatever you want in that position, but the art part of it is creating that curve, the artful part. So that's the second one. The third one is the shape that we already went over. So again, it's just similar. It's just making this foot straight instead of bent. Yeah? And the last one, I guess this is 4 shapes, but one isn't really a shape. Anyway, the last one is similar. We're in this position. This one is a little bit harder, and don't feel bad if you can't do it at all, because I couldn't do it for ages, even when I did tons of yoga. So we're going back to that position that we did in the curvy cat-cow where we lifted our leg up. Only this time, and this is the hard part, we're going to bend our other knee to meet it. So this toe meets this knee. And this make sure this leg is bent so it comes back like this, so it creates a shape. So it kind of creates these 2 triangles. Yeah, so let's show you again. So down, leg goes up like it did in the move. And then the other bend, leg bends to meet it. And then you can drop your hands. You can do whatever you want here. Like you can just put your head down. That's even cute, just kind of showing your body. You could just do a little cute like this. Maybe the same as the other one. That's a little bit more unsteady. I think my favorite is just like head down actually, because it's such a cute shape with those triangles. Okay, that's actually really hard to hold, that shape. So don't worry about that. It's just something to play with. Like as you do it, you'll get better. And it's just like, it's something to play with. Like you're working up a sweat and you're using all your muscles to hold that shape. But it's just actually fun because you're kind of thinking more about the creativity of it, or I am anyway. I'm trying to make a shape in my head that looks pretty and create something that looks pretty picture. I'm not really thinking about, oh, I'm working out, you know? So you're kind of doing 2 things at the same time. So just play with it. And you will keep falling and everything as you do it. But it's kind of cool when you see it. And after a while, you'll get more steady, more balance, and your muscles will hold you better, and you'll be able to do it. So that is the curvy cat-cow. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you thought. And I would love to see your photos if you try it and you do any of the shapes at the end. Cool. Looking forward to 2 more sensual yoga moves, and see you in the community.